Hello, this is Malorian, and what I want to talk about this time is actually the Ghost Slann. So, in my last video, I was talking about the Slann star, and one of the things I first said about it was that the Slann was going to be ethereal, immune to non-magical attacks. But I didn't really go much into it because I figured it really deserves its own video. So, there's a lot of things you can do with this. I mean, to begin with, you could always be running your Slann outside of a complete unit. There's no reason for him to need protection unless things get to him. And but actually, if you're going to do that, there's another upgrade that makes your 4+ ward go to a 2+. I'd rather take that instead. And the reason for that is that because then when war machines shoot at you, even if it's a dwarf magical cannon, that's flaming attacks, any dwarf war machine has a rune, has magical attacks, so we go right through that and damage your Slann. So to begin with, you're going to have protection against that. So you don't have to worry that, oh damn, against a dwarf player I'm screwed. Second of all, actually having it so it's a 2+ can actually lead to you getting more out of your opponent. If they shoot the one time and, oh, you're ethereal, ha ha ha, okay, I guess I won't shoot him again, I'm going to kill your Stegodon. Well, now he might think, well, geez, that might be worth it. Maybe I'll go at this Slann, because who knows? He might fail his 2+ ward, and then I can crank him with the cannon. Meanwhile, you know that he's probably just wasting his shots, because you're just going to make your 2+ anyway. And then if you do fail one, what's the odds he's going to roll enough wounds to kill your Slann anyway? So you're pretty much safe, and you can be wasting more cannon shots. But let's go back to some more of this tactical flexibility. So we have this unit of Saurus that has this ethereal Slann in it. Well, to begin with, you could be using him for taking challenges. Somebody issues a challenge, either it's just a unit champ with no magical weapon, or it's, if you know that your usual opponent just gives great weapons or something. Well, sure, your Khorne Lord with a great weapon wants to challenge? Sure, fight my Slann. Oh, look, all your attacks are wasted. So that's one way you could do this. And of course, now talking with this, the 2+ ward probably isn't the way to go. You probably want to be completely ethereal just to make sure that you're safe. And as well, there's some other items that make you re-roll your ward in combat, so you might want to just avoid that. But anyway, let's get back to it. So there's one thing, challenges. Second of all, if you ever have it so that you have characters that are on foot, and they decide that they're going to try and cannon snipe those characters. Well, let's say he fails his Lookout Sir. Now it's against the unit. Well, from my understanding, you could put this against the Slann. So instead of it cranking... if it passes the Lookout Sir, it's against the unit. So from my understanding, the Slann could then take it because he's somebody that's in the unit, and then of course it's a complete waste. So it saves you one guy. But the biggest thing that you can use this for is either holding up entire units or just neutralizing and beating monsters. Because what you could do is, let's say that you have this, that Death Star, but we're not in ETC, we're in North America. So you're up against a unit of 100 Night Goblins, but you don't want to have to fight these guys. Well, what you could do is also on this Slann, give them the item that makes them stubborn, charge them out into that unit. You can hold that unit there forever. They can't hurt you, you lose. Oh look, I just passed my cold-blooded, stubborn, re-rollable leadership 9, and that unit's completely neutralized while you can go and destroy everything else with your Death Star. Secondly, you could be using that to neutralize a Horde Star, right? So you see a big huge horde of Black Orcs or of Blackguard that are not supported with a character with a magic weapon. Well, just throw your Slann into there. Then all of a sudden, where you could be in this Horde Star versus Horde Star situation, now their unit is completely bogged down with this unit it can't hurt, and you're just crushing the rest of their army. Of course, in this situation, it's even better because they have so many points tied into this Death Star that's doing nothing that's so much easier to destroy everything else. Thirdly, is attacking things like monsters. So you have this big, abomination, a hydra, something that doesn't have magical attacks, and you just don't want to deal with it. Boom, send out your Slann, tie it up. And then the best thing here is that you're actually going to be winning combat, because you might have the charge, you're going to have a banner, and then from that you could also give it like the battle banner and give it +1 combat resolution, so that you could be, even without the charge, beating these monsters by 2. So all of a sudden here it is, your Slann charging out and running down hydras and things. What does Dora think about that? Does Dora wish that she was immune to non-magical attacks?
You could be an army guy.
You could be an army guy, that's right. If Dora led an army, would it be an orc army or a lizardman army?
Lizardman.
Lizardman! Oh boy, Dora. You just pissed off orcs everywhere. They're never going to watch your show again. So anyway, there you have it. A little separate video on the ethereal Slann. Lots of different things you can do with it. You know, if you don't want to fight steam tanks, tie it up. If you don't want to deal with that unit of 100 night goblins, tie them up. Big horde, tie them up. Wonderful. So just something that you can think of that is just a little bit outside of the box, a little bit risky sometimes depending what you're up against, but can have a huge payoff. So thanks for watching. Bye.